Companies spend billions generating leads every year, but why is it that so many of them never turn into customers?
I think like most companies, they don't have a problem generating lead. The majority of the problem is around execution. A lot of customers, if you really think about them, they really need like immediate answers. And oftentimes, if you have a spike in customers which is visiting your website or your centers, companies just don't have enough capacity to manage all of that. And as a result, some customers are either waiting in the queue for a longer time or they don't get the answers that they expect to get. With AI, all of that is changing. We can put AI in forefront of anything and everything, where AI can do the pre-qualification, understand the intent of the customer, and really guide them in the right direction, and only bring in humans in the loop where there is necessity for it. And this paradigm is really going to going to transform over the period of time.
I know your team is focused a lot on agentic AI over this past year. What have our tests and data shown?
We focus both on inbound as well as outbound in our sales center. And probably 6 months ago, when we started this pilot, we started with about 200,000 leads. It was mostly an outbound test, where people who submitted their information on our websites, normally our human agents would just make a phone call out to the customers. And when we introduced AI in that pipeline, we noticed that not only AI is actually performing at the same level as our human agents are, but we also saw a huge increase in connect rate. That was not something that we really expected to see. Probably a blessing in disguise. 2 times increase in our connect rate, and that is something that was really astonishing to see while we did that test. On the inbound side, we also noticed that we were able to get the performance at par with our human tier 2 agents. We have multiple tiers, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. And our hope is obviously not to replace the entire workforce. That's definitely not the idea. But the agentic was able to replace all the way down to tier 2 level, which is pretty crazy. On the inbound side, we did another test where we sent about 70,000 unique leads, and the output of that was we found a similar performance which matches or is at par with the humans at almost 85% discounted cost. So that was another huge win, both inbound and outbound. We are very confident in the consistency of how AI is really handling, especially on the pre-qualification side of our business.